Hello, welcome to NLSLA's Self-Help Volunteer Orientation. My name is Diana Mendaño. I am the Volunteer and Self-Help Coordinator. Thank you for choosing Neighborhood Legal Services. We are very happy to have you and know you will have a meaningful and fulfilling experience. The Self-Help Centers are a project of Neighborhood Legal Services. Neighborhood Legal Services is a nonprofit organization that has been providing free legal services to the low-income community of Los Angeles County since 1965. We offer free services in the areas of consumer, employment, family law, government benefits, healthcare, housing, and immigration. NLSLA oversees 9 self-help centers in Los Angeles County. We run the following 4: Van Nuys, Chatsworth, Antelope Valley, and Pomona. Then NLSLA oversees the other self-help centers that are run by our partner agencies, the Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles and Community Legal Services, and those are Inglewood, Long Beach, Santa Monica, Torrance, and Compton. The court runs Los Angeles, Norwalk, and Pasadena. And Pasadena is considered a hybrid center because we have one NLSLA staff attorney there a few days a week.
All the self-help centers have at least one lawyer and one paralegal. Most have 2 attorneys. The centers are funded by the state and mainly the County of Los Angeles. So that's the County Board of Supervisors that funds the self-help centers. The self-help centers opened in November of 2000. We assist over 5,000 people a month in the NLS-run centers, and with all the centers combined, over 10,000 people a month. The center are walk-in clinics only. That means that people must come into the center to receive services. We do not have any income guidelines, so that means we'll help anyone regardless of their income. We assist everyone also regardless of their immigration status. We are free to all so long as they live in Los Angeles County. The services that we provide at the self-help centers are those listed here, which are divorces, paternity actions, custody visitation, eviction, name change, some civil harassment, some guardianship. We also do, some centers do expungement, some do claims of exemptions. But our bulk, our bread and butter of the self-help centers are the family law services. The center hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 12:30 and 1:30 to 4:30. All the centers are closed Friday afternoons. So those are the shifts as well. So when we ask you to commit to 2 shifts a week, that's either 8:30 to 12:30 or 1:30 to 4:30. So you can either do 2 mornings, 2 afternoons, 1 full day, 1 morning one day, 1 afternoon a different day, to complete the 2 shifts a week. If you want to come in more than that, you're absolutely welcome to. We do have a service requirement of 70 hours over a 3 to 4 month period, so that's the 2 shifts a week. If you do 2 shifts a week, you will get that done in that period of time. So the self-help centers are a place where we offer information, not advice. We do not give folks legal advice or any type of representation. We're a place where people can come in, get information. We have books available. We have people to help guide them through the system, but we do not have an attorney that will give them advice on their particular case. As a volunteer, you will be working directly with people assisting them complete their paperwork. Now, we don't tell people what they should do, but rather what they can do. So it's the should versus the could. we give folks all their options, and they're the ones that make the final decision. So sometimes people will ask, well, what should I do in this situation? Should I ask for full custody, or should I ask for joint custody? And once you explain what joint custody means and what sole custody means, then the person will make the decision that is right for them. But we do not tell them which decision to make. We give them all their options.
We do not establish attorney-client relationships with the litigants coming in to see us. We assist everyone in a self-help manner. Volunteers assist litigants, and our attorneys are in the room, but they are not having private meetings with litigants, and therefore not establishing attorney-client relationships. We also ask that even though we do not establish an attorney-client relationship, that you still maintain the litigant's information private, and that you not share it with others besides the staff that is there, besides our staff and other volunteers. If you're working with other volunteers, please do not share people's information outside of the center.
Some of the information that we can provide is we can explain to folks the deadlines and due dates, how many days they have to respond to something. We can explain court processes and procedures. We can help them look up code sections. We can make referrals to community resources. Other information we can provide is what is in their case summary. There are certain cases that we are able to pull up on the computer and tell them what is listed in there. We can answer questions about court rules. We can give examples of forms to help guide folks, and we can explain meanings of terms, like what does joint custody mean? What does sole custody mean? What is separate property? What's community property? What's an unlawful detainer? Those kinds of things we can talk to them about and explain what those things mean.
Information we cannot provide is advice of any kind. So we can't tell people what kind of action to take on their case. We can't tell them you should do this or you should do that. And we cannot take sides on a case. So you can't give one litigant information that you might give, not give the opposing party. We are impartial, and we will help both sides, and we don't take sides.
When litigants come in to see us, we ask that they all fill out an intake sheet, and part of that intake sheet is this statement of understanding. There's parts on the intake sheet that ask for their name and their address and their ethnicity and their income, and they do not have to answer those questions if they don't want to. But if they do not sign and initial the section of the statement of understanding, we will not be able to talk to them. And so what they're agreeing to in the statement of understanding is that the center is here to help me help myself. The center is available to both sides, and that means that sometimes we will have both parties there, the husband and wife, the mom and dad, and they're sometimes there on happy terms, and we're able to help them both. At the same time, they're trying to get through their custody matter, their divorce, and sometimes they are there and they're not on good terms. And when that happens, we try to separate the litigants and see them at different times or see them in different parts of the room, but we will help both sides. So we won't tell one person something that we wouldn't tell the other person. We must be impartial. The meetings at the centers are not private, as I mentioned before. We have lots of tables and chairs. The attorneys, as a matter of fact, are often in the room, and whenever they are talking to the litigant, other litigants can hear, so we're not giving them private advice. We're giving them general information. The center will give me legal information, the center will not give me legal advice, and the center will not represent me. The attorneys at the centers do not take on cases and represent anyone in court. So today we're just going over some of the basic rules of volunteering at self-help. The substantive, like the law, the family law, and the housing law, that you will be learning that at the centers as you go. So some of the basic rules are these. We ask that you please not solicit business from the people using the center. We know that sometimes people plan on opening their own legal business, and that's up to them. We just ask that you not solicit anybody from the center to your own business. Or if a litigant says to you, what if we go up to the cafeteria and I pay you and you help me with my paperwork? Please do not do that. We are funded by the County of Los Angeles to provide free legal services to the community and not to refer to private folks. We also ask that you not gossip or discuss what you may know about a person or a case that's coming into the center. So if someone comes in and you know that person, please keep that information to yourself. We understand that sometimes the things that you see at the center, the types of cases, can be tough and you may need to debrief. That's okay. You can talk to folks about what you saw today, what type of case you helped with, but we ask that you not connect names to facts. We also ask that you please make sure you're referring litigants to the correct place. Sometimes folks have multiple issues that they need assistance with. They may be there for a divorce, but they also have a small claims matter, or they need to talk to someone about something else, a consumer issue, and it isn't something that it's handled directly in the Self-Help Center. Make sure you talk to the staff. We have a referral list where we send lots of people. There's also a county referral line that people can call. It's 211 and get information there for counseling or food bank or other types of services that they might need. The center works on a drop-in basis only, which means that people must come to the center to receive assistance. Sometimes folks will say to you, what if I have questions, what do I do? You need to tell them that they have to come back to the Self-Help Center. Dress appropriately. That means business casual. Dress pants, a dress shirt are fine. We ask that you not wear jeans. No cutoffs, no flip-flops. So if you'd wear it to the beach or you wear it to a club, don't wear it to the center. So that's business casual is really what we're looking for. We ask that you treat everyone with respect. That means be nice to the people that you're assisting. If you're talking to someone and we also ask that the litigants be respectful of you. So if you're talking to a litigant and they're saying something to you that is disrespectful, offensive, in any way you are not comfortable with, please let the staff know and they will take over that litigant. We do not want you to put up with that or sit through that. Our staff is trained to deal with difficult folks, and sometimes people come in, they are under a lot of stress or they have mental health issues and they may be taking it out on you, and we do not want that to happen. So please don't be afraid to let the staff know that that you're uncomfortable assisting this person. Don't be afraid to tell people you don't know the answer, because certainly at first you are not going to know. That's why our staff is there. They will answer all your questions so that you can answer the questions of the litigants. Let us know when you can't volunteer. So if you know that you'll be volunteering next week, that your normal schedule is Mondays and Wednesdays, but next week you have an exam or something going on, just let the staff know that you will not be making it. And if you need to change your time because you're doing this for hours, just talk to the staff. They will work it out with you. If you know that day that you cannot come in, you have a flat tire, you're sick, your child is sick, something happens before your shift and you're not going to be able to make it, please call the centers and let them know that you will not be making it today. I will give you the phone numbers to the centers. Please put those in your cell phone so that you can call and let them know that you're not coming in. Because we will be expecting a certain number of volunteers, and if we are having a few not come in for different reasons, we won't know that unless you call us, and we will plan for 8 volunteers when in reality we're only having 4. We ask that you not text, eat, or talk on the phone while you're assisting litigants. That's to be professional. So if you need to take a call or have a snack or contact someone, you can either do it in another room or take a break and go outside the center and take care of that. We just ask that you please not do that in front of the folks that you're assisting. We also ask that you please not develop a personal relationship with the center litigants. Again, it's about maintaining a professional relationship. So if you're assisting a plumber and you have a plumbing problem, please do not hire that litigant. We cannot accept gifts or money for our services. Sometimes the litigants are extremely thankful for the work that we have done, and they want to thank us by leaving us money or bringing us things, and we cannot accept those things. The only thing we can accept are perishables. So if someone happens to bring some food or flowers, we will put those in a common area for everyone to share. But please do not tell the litigants when they say, can you accept money or gifts? Do not tell them that we can accept perishables. If they happen to guess on their own, that's on them, but we don't want to encourage that. Personal safety, we ask that you not share your personal information with the litigants. You can certainly say that you're in school or that you're working or that you graduated, but do not say you live in this part of town and you're attending this particular school and this is your full name. You can share your first name, but leave it at that. We know it's hard not to share information back and forth, especially when the litigants are sharing all their personal information with you. Just let them know that it's policy of the center for volunteers not to share their personal information. The centers are drug-free and smoke-free. And technology use. That means the computers are not meant to be used for personal use, so if you need to look anything up that's not center related, please do so on your devices and not on the computers. We try to avoid getting any viruses. Self-help materials. We have lots of self-help, what we call how-to packets, and this is an example of a cover of one. And you will see them at the center, and when you get there, just grab one and flip through it. What we do is we give them to litigants. We ask them to take them home, use the how-to packet and the court forms that we give them, and fill out the best that they can. So you will see that the packets, the how-to packets say print your name, print your spouse's name, print clearly, list your name here, list your children's names. And so we ask that folks take the packets home, fill out the best that they can. We try to explain some things like community property and other things, and then come back. And when they come back, that is when you will sit with them and talk to them about the substantive matter in their case, the things that they really didn't understand. And that is what you will be going over with them. So hopefully they will have completed the sections that they are able to complete, their names and addresses and spouses' names and kids' names, and then you will go over the real meat of the matter of the packet. And lastly is our volunteer timesheet. We ask that all volunteers complete create and maintain an account on Volgistics. We are required by our funder to maintain to give them volunteer hours every month, and so it's important that you submit your hours. And it's also mutually beneficial because for your benefit, there will be, if you're doing this for school credit, you can count this and print out your hours and submit it to your professor. Or if you plan to go to law school, sometimes we will get notices and that say, did this person volunteer with you? And it's been several years, and the only way for us to really know is to look them up on Volgistics, and if you're not in the system, we can't verify your time. And even if you're not doing it for credit, we really ask that you please create and maintain an account. Those hours to us are important. They turn into dollar signs when we're applying for grants. We can say we had X number of volunteers that gave us X, that turned into X amount of dollars. So that is the basic orientation for volunteering at Self-Help. You will get more information at the center when you start. So take a look at the email that I sent you with more instruction, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I will answer those questions for you. Thank you so much, and again, thank you for volunteering with Neighborhood Legal Services.